Hi guys, my name is Taya, and today I would like to speak with you about addiction, understanding what is causing this problem, what is impact, and how to recover. So today we will have a little bit agenda. It's how addiction impact mental health and physical health. What is root that causing this problem? Number three, it will be spectrum about. Number four, how its effect. Number five, how it's impact your family. Number six, it's what is your hope, what to do, what is recommendation. So start with first. And first is how addiction impact mental clarity and your life. So people who have addiction, it's very big, stressful problem. And why it's even happened? Because people who have a problem with addiction, they have maybe genetic tendency that, for example, if it's alcohol, maybe your parents or siblings have alcoholism. If you have maybe some type of drug addiction, maybe it was you have a bad situation and you go and start to be around not very nice group of people, and you was hooked on this addiction. Maybe you was born with this addiction because your parents already have this influence in their body. Maybe you did have some type of trauma that you don't know how to handle, and it's why you start to um, take your stress out that you fought. If you start have this addiction, you hide it, you try to escape, you try to run from your pain. And a lot of times people, why they have addiction? Because they have too much pain they cannot handle, or they have too much stress and they don't know how to handle. It's why they try to escape from all this pain, from all this unknown, from all this uncomfortable zone. It's why they have sometimes self punishment, or maybe something happened to them, and it's why they try to fix it but they don't know. So if you don't know how to fix it, and it's okay, it's normal, you need to understand that if you go and right now you're on a situation that you never been before, of course 100% your body will be freaking out because have no idea how to deal with this problem. Because your body, if never have a practice in this situation, of course your body will have too much stress and try to run, flight or fight mode. So people who don't have also support from the most important people in their life, and it can be family member, it can be your spouse, it can be your friend, your community, doesn't matter. If you don't have the support and you have very critical situation in your life and you don't know how to handle and you feel completely alone and stressed out, sometimes you try to find, like, you think it's most damage um, situation to go through, but like practice show, it's much more. You will pay your price later because it's a lot of damaging for your body, for your health, for your mental, for your physical, for a lot of causing problem later that you will pay it off. Because how I like to say, life is like supermarket. You can go and pick it up anything from the shelf, but after that you will go and still have cashier to pay when you pick it up. So same with life. If you think that it's only way to have this addiction, to hide it, your pain, to run away from your pain, escape from your trauma or uncomfortable situation, and not face it, it still will hit you very badly. So I'm not judging, I'm not criticizing you. Everybody is different, and sometimes life happen. And of course, if you know that will be the best for you in this moment, I give you guarantee you will do differently, because nobody tried to hurt themselves, and nobody in correct mindset will go and say, you know what, I will damage myself, I will do something bad for me. Of course, you do how you think it's the best option for you on this specific moment, this specific situation, and it's only way how do you know how to handle and how. So spectrum, how you can have addiction. A lot of people, when you say that somebody have addiction, first what you think in your mind, it's what? It can be alcohol. That it's very sad, but when I did my research, I find out that 48 million population in United States, that kids that 12 years and older, they have this problem. 48 million have alcohol addiction in United States. It's unbelievable. 28 million people have addiction, specifically alcohol, not others, just specific alcohol. And 64 million population have addiction that it can be included drugs, um, sugar, smoking, gambling, alcohol, and any addiction, food, and other addiction that it can be include. 64 million. It's very, very sad that people have too much in their shoulder and they don't know how to handle their life. They feel it's only way how they can go through. It's how many people need help. It's how many people feel in maybe depression or traumatized or feel alone, that need support from you guys, from your family members, from your spouse, from your friend, from your neighbors, from society. And I think our society really need have much more love and help and understanding that a lot of people suffering, and it's not good position to be on this situation. So for me it was interesting when I start to do my research and ask people what type of addiction they have. Yes, that it's mostly the time some type of alcohol, strong alcohol, smoking, or drugs. But a lot of times people have also food addiction or sugar addiction. With a lot of researching, second biggest disease in United States after heart attack and cancer, it's diabetes. And it's not only a second type, it's also first type. So second type of diabetic, I'm not medical doctor, so please not ask me any advice on this. You can go to your general doctor. But food really can cause in you, specifically sugar, that have almost everywhere in our food in the store if you're not cooking at home. Cooked ready food in the grocery have a lot of sugar, much more than people eat on the 60s, on 70s, and they have, of course, a lot of much more stress, much more economy situation, um, air pollution, a lot of influence that causes health issue besides food. But a lot of people in modern life try to have any happiness in this life. And when they working 60, 80 hours for week, they sometimes so exhausted, come home, they just want completely crashed in the sofa, just watch a movie, play a game, and just do nothing. No routine, no family, no fun, no nothing. Just like, hey, I want to have my um, piece of pizza, some drink, maybe some, I don't know, ice cream or cake, and anything that kind of boost your emotion, happiness, all this trigger. But same time, they just hurt their insulin resistancy and have diabetes. So if you keep pushing and keep going and not manage your problem and not find solution how to handle your problem, of course, you will find besides your general problem extra with health. So all this addiction really damage your life. How do you think? How do you feel? Because when you have addiction, it's 100% you have a lot of emotional instability. It's 100% you don't have correct food or diet. 100% you will not have correct sleeping regime. It's 100% that big chance you don't have any energy or motivation that encourage you to go and have daily exercise on a gym or swimming, even walking on the park or do yoga even on the house, anything exercise because you're so exhausted, you're so stressed out, you have zero energy and you're just barely surviving. So you have no completely motivation to do anything besides just go home and crash. And if you, let's say, eat food that have a lot of sugar, and in a moment, in 10, 15 minutes, a half hour, you maximum like, yeah, I'm happy. Yes, I'm motivated. Yes, I'm so full of energy. And after how fast you go up, it's how fast you're crashing. People who have alcohol, it's the same. You have a momentum, you so high, and after you already conquer the world, and later you just crash because you have one drink and after two and after five and one bottle and the next day you wake up and you have pain in your head and all your body exhausted and you feel even worse than was yesterday and last night. So how its effect so huge because your physical body crashing, you start have diseases. It can be kidney problem, it can be digestion problem. Number one, it will be digestion problem because all your probiotic will be die. You will start have a skin problem. You start have extra weight. You start have extra stress if you have extra weight. You will start have disease problem because of course overweight it's not very healthy. You will not have any energy. You will not, if you have alcohol or any addiction that affect your thinking and clarity, of course you will have a problem to driving because you need to have a Uber or taxi or family member or friends who can drive you because you cannot if you're under the drugs or addiction like alcohol or something. It will affect your emotion because you will have emotional roller coaster and very hard to control the emotion. And everybody knows if you cannot control your emotion, you cannot control your life. Very common people who cannot control their emotion, they have a bad situation, they can be fired from job because they argue sometimes from this. They can not take responsibility for results on a job. They can have a lot of argument in a family. It's why they can have divorce. And again, much more build it up this roller coaster and stress and situation that give you this balance in your life. Also, you can traumatize emotionally, maybe physically. Sometimes it's also happen much more than you thought. It can be emotional or physical abuse in the family because If a spouse argue and kids watch this, kids traumatize. And after maybe parents divorce again, who punish? It's a kids, that innocent kids that growing up and do nothing, but they watch the situation, and after later they have their own problem. They can have also addiction, they can have also run away from the problem. They cannot find solution because they stressed out and they just see pictures, and for example in the family have to run and go and not face it. They also can jump in abusive relationship because again they did not see healthy relationship, for example in the family. And it's very big impact in the kids when parents have addiction. um, when I did spoke with people, they tell that how was so sad and how causing this problem addiction like gambling, because a lot of times people forget about this. And it's also very sad because people who have this problem, they spend all money, and after they don't have most of the time money, so they start to sell everything that in the house. And if they cannot pay, they can lose the house or cars for the mortgage and etc., and they go to the shelter, and it's so sad. So people who, like the kids for example, they did nothing wrong in this life, but they also pay price for the parents' mistake, from parents' trauma, for parents cannot face the problem. So you need to be careful when you start have addiction. And again, it's not video for criticism. It's not video about how dare you to do this and you can be smarter and are you so weak. It's not the weakness, it's really problem. And this video I want to support you guys, everybody who have addiction, please don't be quiet. And um, if you feel that you will be judged, most of the time not. It's just in your brain. I know it's very hard to understand. I know it's very painful to say any words. I know that you feel that everybody looking you and criticize you and don't understand and not get it what you go through. Yes, maybe you're right. And maybe a lot of people not understand what you go through and don't understand your pain because they never have the situation. But does it mean to have sympathy or come and help you? They need to be 100% specific on the situation or go through what you did. Sometimes people have a just nice heart to go and jump and support and help and do their best how they can. So for a fact that causing addiction, it's not only that you destroyed your health, you destroy your emotional, um, mental health too, not just physical. By accident, if for example your addiction is drugs or alcohol, and if you cannot control what you're doing when you're under this addiction, you maybe start driving the car, and after you have car accident, and you can not just damage materialistic stuff like, I don't know, hurt a wall or tree or anything that not life. You can also kill the animal that on the street crossing. Depends when you're driving. Maybe you live in the village or like outside on highway or something. You can kill anybody like a passenger or have a car accident and hurt other people and driver and pedestrians, and you can cause much more damage to not only you, to other people, and you can go to the prison for this. So you need to be careful what can be a fact. And also all this addiction, build it up, build it up, build it up, and you need to be careful because it's also not only addiction, that sometimes you go to the level that you cannot handle yourself. It can cause also depression. So next level after depression, if you cannot control and you feel completely overwhelmed, it can be also like even suicide. So any addiction ever will be healthy. So please be cautious. If you have already feeling that you overwhelmed, you burn out, you have a lot of trauma, you have a lot of stress, you need help, but a lot of time in our society, in culture, in tradition, different language, misunderstanding, etc., people hide it that they have a problem and not speaking. But let me tell you, if you will not speak in what is your needs, other people cannot read your mind and never figure out. Or if they figure out, maybe it will be too late. So please don't be shy, don't afraid, and it doesn't matter how much it's difficult. Please speak by your mouth to other people what is your needs and that you need have help. How did I say? It's maximum what people can do, it's reject you. But to be more positive, you need to be have this fantasy or like idea that you like Santa Claus. If you go and knock at the door and door is closed, you can go and open a window and you go to the window. If window is closed, you can go to the chimney. If it's chimney locked, you can go from garage. You can be like Santa Claus or elf and you can still make it this work. So how it impact your family? A lot, much more than you thought. Because people who around you on the first level of addiction, maybe they did not know about this. Maybe you very well hide it and they did not see it. And how did they figure out if you hide it or don't tell them? So if they find out that you have this addiction months, 2, 5 years, 5 years, 10 years, you not just break their heart, you break their trust. And trust, you need to break only once. And to recover your trust, it give you a lot of ton of works and time. And sometimes you still cannot recover your trust. For the most close people that you wish to have in your life. Emotional roller coaster, 100% guarantee. If you have addiction, you very common be not emotionally stable because your mood change up and down, and right now you're laughing, after you crying, after you hide it, after you run away, after you be quiet and don't speak. 1 day, 2 weeks, doesn't matter. It depends by the person, depends by situation. So if you have all this emotional roller coaster, nobody, if you stable, if you healthy, nobody who have healthy emotional stability life won't have roller coaster or drama in the family. Nobody. So if you have addiction, I give you guarantee that you will have this, and it's not good. No, not at all. And how you can recover? How you can, what do you need to do? What is your next step? What is your hope? Yeah. So number one, what I would recommend, it's recognize that you have a problem. Be honest with yourself. Tell truth to yourself first. Because a lot of time, let's say people have addiction, alcohol or gambling or food disorder or addiction for the sugar. And when you say, hey, you're so foodie, hey, you eat too much sugar, and they're like, no, no, it's just like one candy, and after five candy and 10 candy, and it's just a bottle of the, I don't know, of your favorite sugar drink. And I'm not alcoholic. I have only social drink, one or two or five. I can stop any day when I want it. So you don't need to prove to anybody anything. Remember this. You're already perfect for yourself, and you only one who know the truth. Nobody can criticize you or hurt your feeling only if you not allow them. Because nobody know really what you go through. One time I hear one sentence when I have a conversation, and one person told me, how do you want to have support? And what you have in your life, it's your fault because you always show up. I'm strong, I'm boss, everything is great, everything is wonderful, and anytime when we ask, everything perfect. So what we can do if everything is great in your life? You never ask help. You always only tell how everything is great. You have no problem, no problem. You don't need help. And after you go and start to tell that it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault, and etc. and etc. No, people not recognize sometimes that you have a problem because you do not tell them. You're shy, you're afraid that they not accept it or they will not understand it, or much faster to go and handle this problem yourself. And sometimes it's true because you're adult, you need to take responsibility for your life. You don't need to wait parents when you're 45 years old or 50 or 60 to still your parents need to go and fix it your problem who is 80 or 70. No, you're adult, you need to fix it your problem. You make this life, you have a problem, you find solution, go forward, fix it. But doesn't matter what happened, you need to be honest with yourself because nobody besides you don't know the truth. And not everybody need to know the truth, I tell you a secret. But when you honest with yourself, when you uh, face it the truth yourself, and you can say, yes, I do have addiction. Yes, I have a problem, and ask help. Believe me, people will jump faster than you even thought. People happy to help others. People happy to support if you ask them help. People will do their best if they see that you're sinking and you have a problem. And if they can't, they can do the best. Believe me. So, first of all, you need to be honest with yourself and ask yourself if you have addiction and if you have a problem. If you say yes, it's 50% already problem is gone because you accepted who you are and you face it all this truth. Number two, ask help. It can be therapist, it can be professional doctor that give you treatment, or maybe they give you test um, for addiction. They give you maybe detox pills. So if you have different type of treatment, but you need professional people who go and give you help. Of course, for emotional support, you can have from your friends, spouse, family member, your kids, doesn't matter. But you can have a people that around you who is ready to help. Okay, how you can be helped? You can go to the doctor and do all this testing, and you can have medication that give you detox. Again, I'm not medical doctor, it's just recommendation but not officially medical advice. But you can go to the medical doctor and have a test, have professional support. You can have detox from your body for all this addiction, and you can go and have also support your body, not just detox all this mess that you hold it forever, how many times or years, but you also can go for more healthy diet. You can go and also ask advice and have a test with nutrition doctor to also build up your immune system, have again nutrition and minerals to recover faster. You also can go for dietitian who can balance your body, see what have not enough minerals in your body, and by food have different exactly specific for you recommended for your style, for your recovery. You also 100% need, I think it's foundation. It's a journaling about sleeping because our body is smart enough to recover. And if you have not correct sleep or not regular sleep, 2 hours, 3 hours, you go sleep right now midnight, tomorrow you go sleep 7 p.m. and after you wake up 2 a.m. and after you go back sleep 5 a.m. It's like, if it's like this, not stable, you need to organize your schedule about sleeping. You need to go and back and have exercise because again, if you go and have detox, all these toxins start bumping in your body and you will feel even much worse. Believe me, you can start have headache, you start have other like problem in your body. So detox, sauna, running, swimming, how to get out from all your body, all this toxin, will be much faster and healthier with your physical and mental, emotional health. Also, they go and ask support from your family because it's very important that more close people to you, they next to you. And if something happened, you can openly speak with them. Sometimes you don't need they help. You sometimes don't need that they fix it your problem. You just need to go and sometimes spit it and speak about loud by your mouth what is the problem. And after you can go and you already have your action plan, to-do list and goals, and you can go and fix it yourself. So what is next? Next also you can go and have a 12 steps program with addiction that can help you to recover you faster with professional licensed people. You need to find a hobby that you will distract your brain, refocus your emotion to more positive, and sometimes physical hobby can help you faster because very common we go if you have emotional some trauma, we just sit and thinking and chewing, and it's not help, it just go much deeper to traumatize us. So what do you need to do? Maybe you need to find some hobby. It can be art, it can be bicycle, it can be swimming, it can be camping, it can be, I don't know, do candles at home with some art design or something. Forever, make a clothing forever. But if you start to do something physical with touch, with your body, with your hands, your brain, your emotion completely switch the button. You can go and also cognitive behavior therapy with a professional psychologist. You can have consultation. By the way, you can go go to my site that I can give a link below, tayamanhattan.com, and you also can book in session with me. We can speak with a lot of subjects. We're completely safe. It's completely private. Nobody share information with anybody. So you can come and say your problem and we can discuss and find solution 100%. You can also go for medication assisted treatment. Depends what is your addiction. you have a lot of groups. You can, if you're very spiritual or religion person, you can go and find a group, a synagogue, church, um, any place that religion specifically for you that fit you. Maybe that you read Torah or Bible or Quran forever. What working for you, what best for you, that helps specifically for you. You can go to the support and have a lot of groups to support you with all this addiction. If you're alcoholic, you can go for anonymous alcoholic group. If you feel so shy, you don't need to speak in this group. You can just sit in the back and just listen people and very comfortable. It's not very pushy, it's not very bully, it's not any pressure. You can just sit and listen and absorb all information and all the story what people go through and what they have results. If unconsciously it still be affect you, believe me. If you afraid that go to specific place that with your gender or something, you can have also specific group only with your gender. It's again, if you're anonymous alcoholic, you can go specifically with female or specifically with male versus gentlemen or ladies, only this type of group by gender. You can again find a lot of not-profit with foundation uh, pro- um, program classes that can help you with your addiction. So don't be shy, don't feel like you will be criticized, don't feel embarrassed. You don't need to go through all this addiction problem alone, because a lot of people ready to jump and help, but they just don't know that you have this problem. So I know it's hard. I know that sometimes it's painful. Sometimes you have no idea where I even go. You just feel like life is ended, not deserved. You're overwhelmed, burnt out, emotionally, maybe physically destroyed. But life is wonderful. And you have a lot of people that ready to share love and give a shot. You know, you you don't need to face it this alone and feel like it's only your fault. Life is happen. Life full of surprise. But next day, we will be better, faster, healthier, more rich, have much more freedom, and every situation look in your life that God never give you something that you cannot face it or something that you cannot handle. So if God believe in you, we believe in you too, and you need to believe in yourself. So please uh, go to my site tayamanhattan.com. You can book consultation. I'm ready to help. I'm ready to listen. And just go click, 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 make a comment. Please share your story. What is your story? What is your addiction? How did you face it? How did you handle? Maybe you do not have addiction, but you have a family member, or you have a spouse, or you see this story, or you hear the story from your neighbor or coworker that go and face the same situation. And let's help, guys. Let's help each other. It's why we're here. So love you guys. Speak to you soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.